Pay yourself first and go flip it. I am your platform partner. Yes, Dr. Jackson 360, all about making things happen. Addicted to action. Yes, I'm your platform partner and your hustling homie. And you are about to tune in with me, and I'm going to share with you why is it that it's very difficult to find someone who really wants to share secrets to success and show you how to really win. Why is it very few people that are willing to help you and few people that's willing to really give you the real nitty gritty that you need to know? Why is it so few hustling homies and Dr. Jackson 360s out here that's willing to give you the 100% pure information that you really, really need? Well, there's multiple reasons why, and I'm going to break that down in that video today. I'm going to share with you at least 2 to 3 reasons on why people don't want to share their secrets to success. They don't want to give you the information, and it's up to you to do with it what you're going to do. So with that being said, let's get it. So we're going to put this mission in motion. So first of all, when it comes to, let me tell you a little bit about my story, all right, and then I'll get into the information. So I grew up in the neighborhood of the south side of Chicago, Inglewood, and I grew up in a family of over 23 people. And that's mother side and my father's side of the family. And in my family, there were not many people that I could even talk about success with because people just weren't interested. You know, I would ask my mom about money. I would say stuff like, I would be 8 years old, Mom, how much is our rent? How much do we pay for water? You know, how do we make money? And my mother's response would be something like, boy, don't ask me about money. Don't ask me about my bills. So I would go out and I would ask other people in the neighborhood, like, how does money really work? And I noticed that no one really could tell me how money really worked. So this frustrated me. But I've always been a seeker of knowledge. And it makes me think about when I was 21 years old and in Chicago. I'll never forget, I went to this nightclub and there was this guy. He looked like he could have been a pimp because he had a whole bunch of pimp paraphernalia he was wearing. He had a bunch of nice clothes, rings, jewelry. He looked really nice and slick. And I walked over there to him, and because he looked like he had some stuff together. He had on like nice mink coats, and everybody had mink coats. It was like 100 people in there. Everybody was looking good in this nightclub in Chicago in Tinley Park. And I remember I walked up to the guy. I'm 21. This guy's in his 40s, maybe even 50s. And I said, man, say you looking sharp over here. Can you give a young brother a piece of game so that I could be able to tighten up my game? And he looked at me and he said, I can't do nothing for you. And he walked off. And I felt I didn't know, I felt confused. A part of me, I felt a little insulted because I'm saying, dang, is there something wrong with me? Am I asking the wrong question? What am I doing? But it led me to go down a path where I started working with a lot of people that were successful and people that weren't. And at the age of 35, what I eventually realized after I've been around the world, I've been involved in so many different circles and businesses. I've had a lot of experience with winning and losing. With losing over 30 different businesses. Here's my point in terms of the video. Let me tell you like 2 to 3 reasons why people don't typically share information. And I realized this throughout all of this experience. And that is, one reason most people will not share information with you is because they don't know it. The average person that may look like they're doing very, very well, the average person that looks like they got it all together, they're stunting. They're putting on a persona. They're putting on a projection and perception that's not really real. If we look at pure numbers, right? Literally over 80% of Americans don't even have $1,000 saved up. Okay, they don't have $1,000 saved, over 80% of people. So that means if you go in most rooms, almost any room you walk into, if it's 3 people, 2/3 of every room does not have $1,000 saved. So that means most people may look good, but they look good. They got the latest iPhone technology, clothes, but they really don't have the knowledge to be successful because they don't even have $1,000 saved. So a lot of people don't know. I want you to keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Some people that you even see in Bentleys, Mercedes, whatever, nice cars, nice clothes, many of them will not share information, not because of something wrong with you, but because they don't even know, because they don't have their lives together, mainly because they're too busy trying to impress other people, which is why they're dressed or looking like that. Not all of them, but I'm gonna tell you, majority of them are, when they're so busy on focusing on other people, really it's some type of insecurity, and they're just stunting, they're looking good just to cover up the fact that they really don't have anything going on for real. Okay. All right, so that's the number one reason. That's one. I'm gonna give you another one. One reason is because they don't know the information themselves. So now, two, the second reason most people may not share information with you, or secrets of success, or they may not help you, this may be because sometimes people don't believe that you value the information. Because there's a lot of times that people that are really successful, that really do well, a lot of them really want to share information. Successful people love sharing information because it helps them. Usually they were transformed by it. So they want to help other people. They realize, especially black people, right? Because they realize that we have to have stronger people in our community who are younger, who are growing. So if they don't share it with you, it's either one, because they don't know how to be successful for real, and they're just putting on the front like they are when they really are not. Or two is because they've shared information with people before, and the people that they've given away free information to did not use it. They didn't appreciate it. They took advantage of the time. So you don't want to be that person where you don't value free information, where you're just talking about success, but you're not actually moving and doing anything yourself. You don't want to be that person, because if you are a real successful person, they don't want to waste their time just giving you some information if you don't value it. So sometimes they may say, hey, I got a class and my class costs $500 or $1,000. And we may say, oh, I'm not interested, because you don't want to pay for it. See, that's your problem. You don't want to pay or make any sacrifice for knowledge or for growing yourself and developing relationships. Let me tell you, the reality is, when you're willing to pay just a little bit, a person that's really, really successful is going to be worth 10 times more, because they're going to give you more than what you're paying for. You might now have a relationship with them just because they see that you were really serious. So the goal is to separate the serious from the curious, and you have to show that you're serious, not just by talking, not just by asking and begging, but you got to be really willing to put up some sort of sacrifice to get it. That's like, I mean, this is going to be kind of weird with what I'm saying, but follow me for a minute. Have you ever seen these mystical people? Like, what they'll do is they'll be writing a letter, and they'll like get a pen, and they'll pluck their finger, like they'll poke themselves in the hand, and then the blood drips down on the paper. And you say, why would somebody poke themselves in the hand? Well, let me tell you my perspective on that. Sometimes you're making what you call a blood sacrifice. Because what happens is, when you want to achieve a goal, it sometimes may take you 2, 3, 4, 5 months of just sweating. They call it blood, sweat, and tears, and time and energy, and making mistakes to be able to achieve a goal. Trust me, I've had over 30 businesses that fail. And what happens is, if you are willing to poke yourself and put that blood on that paper, let's say you wrote down a goal, now what you're showing to the universe is that you're paying it forward. You're paying a little blood. I'm not telling you that you should do this. Okay, no, I don't want y'all saying Jackson told me to poke myself in the finger and put blood. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just telling you a concept to think about. It's a concept. So people will poke themselves and let the blood soak on the paper, is because they're paying the sacrifice in advance. So now you're showing the universe, I'm serious about this. I took my own drop of blood. So now I don't have to necessarily put in those extra mistakes that's going to take me 2 or 3 months, because I'm showing my commitment level through at the very beginning. Okay. Now that's just my perspective on why some people do that. And I'm just telling you, it's the same type of concept. is that if you get some information, a person you want to build with and grow with, and say it's a person that's knowledgeable and got resources, sometimes they want to see that you're serious. And so you have to pay some type of a sacrifice. It may be you showing up extra early. It may be you buying them lunch. It may be you carrying their luggage. I mean, just showing up every single day. Just keep calling them, showing up at whatever the place that they're normally at, willing to do stuff for free. When they see that you're very serious, they'll be more than happy to show you. Trust me, successful people like to show, but they don't like to talk about it, because some successful people, they realize it's not about talking, it's about actually doing it and putting in the work. So they want to see that you're serious by putting in some type of work, right? Because it takes some work and effort in order to achieve success. So those are the main two reasons people don't share information with you. One is because they just don't know the information. They don't really know what it takes, and they just look like they do, but they really don't. And two is because they may not believe that you're very serious, because you haven't shown enough sacrifice and shown that you really value the information and you value their time. So you value people's time by being prepared before you talk to them. Do whatever, and not trying to get all of their time. You smile and dial. You keep it moving. You talk to them. Hey, this is my question. I know you. I respect you. I want to help you too. And this is what I can do to help you. I can offer you free graphic design. I can offer you free resources that's going to help you grow your business. Here's a free copy of my book. And that's one of the reasons why I wrote my book, Shut Up and Hustle. Because when I meet certain people that are valuable, I give them my book for free. And I'll sign it, I'll talk to them, and I don't expect anything in return. But I understand the value of when you meet people, you give them a gift, because that says a lot when you come bringing gifts versus you come trying to take something away from people. All right, make it a trade of value and energy. Make it a win-win for both of y'all. So I hope that helps. Make sure you get that book, Shut Up and Hustle, as well. Get the music, get the merch. You know what I mean? And get it together in that order. Subscribe to the page. I got other videos. Watch this whole series. Watch everything I got on the channel. Watch the old videos multiple times. All right. And book me to come out to perform and or to speak at your next event. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.